Welcome to our oven operation guide. Today we'll take you through the control panel and display screen functionalities, as well as demonstrate how to operate the oven effectively. Starting off up here, this small display will actually give you an indication of the current temperature. So the current temperature. Moving forward, the top display here will give you a readout of some helpful icons to let you know your current functions, as well as your time and your temperature, and some other things. So that's your information right there. All right, coming up next, we have this knob here. It rotates and pushes in. By default, it starts off highlighting the wood-fired pizza option. And if you rotate that, you can move to frozen, New York style pizza, deep dish style pizza, and cycle through other options that way, okay? So we'll go back to the wood-fired pizza. Now there's two ways you can do pizzas. Starting off, by default, it'll be on easy mode. If you use this yellow button here, that'll activate expert mode. The key difference is that expert mode is intended for if you wanted to do multiple, say, wood fire or New York style pizzas back to back. You don't have to wait for the machine to preheat again. So basically, if you turn on expert mode, you cook a pizza, it'll stay at that operating temperature and ready for a half hour for you to start your next pizza. All right, so that's it for pizzas. Let's move forward. So after we cycle past the pizzas, you see that it now starts highlighting this list here. It starts off at manual, and we have 10 options here. They're manual, air fry, roast, toast, steak, defrost, warm, bake, proof, and finally dehydrate. Okay, so that's 10 functions outside of pizza. Okay, so starting with manual, let's go ahead and discuss how to actually operate that. So the first thing you'll do is highlight it so that the corresponding light is flashing next to that. Okay, now for manual, you can press the time button, and you'll see the time up here on the top display is flashing. Then you can rotate this knob and set it to where you want it. So let's set it for 30 minutes. Okay, and the same for temperature. So we'll press the temperature darkness button, and we'll rotate that up or down in increments of 5 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's say we're going to bake something for 30 minutes at 370 degrees Fahrenheit. Now that you have these where you want them to be, you can just push in the button, and it is cooking. Okay? You press it again, and that'll actually pause. Okay? Let's go ahead and move forward now. Let's come down to the toast option. So we've got the corresponding light flashing. So for toast, you can hit the temperature button. If you notice, when I highlight roast versus toast, the time and the temperature buttons indicators go away. So the toast actually works in a much simpler function. So with toast, you press your temperature or darkness button. And you notice these little dots up here are flashing. So if we rotate all the way to the left, it's just one dot flashing there. Rotate all the way to the right, and we have 6 dots. So that corresponds with 1 being the least toasted, 6 the most toasted. So right in the middle should give you like a nice golden brown toast. Kind of less toasted, and in some cases too toasted for 6 there. Okay. And finally, let's move over to my favorite. We're gonna go down to steak. Okay, so we have the steak option here. It's flashing. So this also has a more unique function. So to control the steak, what we'll do is we're going to hit the time button. You see that the timer is flashing there. Now if we bring this to the left, at a certain point you'll see that this number here shows up. And bring it back to the right. It does it again at 2 minutes. 2.5, that gives you a 70. And then finally at 3.5 minutes, it gives you a 100. This number here on the right side is a percentage. So 100 is 100% done. That correlates to a well done steak. So bring it back down here to 2.5 minutes. 70, that's 70% done. It's going to be like a medium well. Here you have a medium and a medium rare to rare steak at 1.5 minutes. Okay. So there you have it one more time. And that's how the steak option functions. Finally, we can have a look over here. There's an option to turn on the light inside, and that'll automatically shut off after a few seconds. It also turns on when you open the oven.